Greetings! Today I'm making an apple pie cheesecake. First time I've tried this recipe. Sometimes I get these ideas in my head where I'm like, I kind of want a cheesecake that's like an apple pie, but also like an upside down cake. So I didn't quite find that because it may or may not exist. But yeah, I found something similar. The recipe will be in the description. Because yeah, I can't be bothered to measure everything out in advance. So let's get started. Sorry, there's a lamp for light and it's always in my eyeballs and it's annoying. Anyway, let's go. Alright, this is 2 pounds of peeled, chopped, and diced apples. It was 6 apples if you're interested. And pre-cook this filling. So it's that, 2 tablespoons of, it says unsalted butter, but I'm just going to use salted butter and then not put salt in it because it's just what I'm doing right now. Normally I don't really use salted butter in baking, but that's probably more than 2 tablespoons. I got a little carried away, but that's fine. This is unsalted. Yeah, that's salted. Okay, next, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. I actually have my measuring cups out this time. 1. This is almost empty. I have no fear I've got more. Okay, cornstarch. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Who's measuring that? Who measures cinnamon? That's probably more than half a teaspoon. Some vanilla. Half a teaspoon. And now I'm going to put this on the oven and let it cook for however long it says to let it cook. Simmer for 5 minutes. Should thicken. These are not really as finely chopped as they probably should be, but it's fine. Okay, I'll be back. I just realized I forgot to put in the 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar, so here we are, and now I'm gone again. Now for the crumble topping. Seems kind of weird to be doing this at this phase, but here we are, following the instructions. And 1/3 of a cup of flour. Half a cup of rolled oats. And how much brown sugar? Why do I have to scroll past an ad to get to how much brown sugar? I didn't. Okay, 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I'm scraping the bottom of my brown sugar here, but it's okay, I have more. Okay, and some cinnamon, which I left out because I don't need it again. 1/4 teaspoon. That's a tiny amount. We're going to do more than a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Some salt. I need to refill my salt. Okay, got all those things off. Some baking soda. That seems weird, the crumble topping. 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Close enough. And then I'm going to mix in 4 tablespoons of butter. Okay, 2 tablespoons, because that's a 1/4 cup of butter. Why not just tell me a 1/4 cup? I definitely didn't need to use a bowl this big. Oh well. 1/4 cup of butter. Oh yeah, I wasn't going to put salt in because I put. Okay, for the measurements. Okay, that's half a cup. It's very handy when the butter has measurements on it. I don't think you can actually see them. There's a cup, half a cup, quarter, quarter. I say that like it's a novelty. Butter's been like that my entire life. Okay, there's some more. I'm really only using this butter because that's what's thawed out. Not thawed out, at room temperature. Okay. And combine using a fork. Yes, using a fork. A fork might be easier than this. Let's just use a fork. I guess the only time I ever really make a caramel topping is for apple crisp. Which maybe I'll make one day. Well, I know I'll eventually make it because I like apple crisp, but not anytime soon. Maybe I should use my pastry blender because this is also not easy. It would help if the bowl was smaller. Okay. Screw this. I'm just looking ahead to what I'm doing for the crust. And I'm going to do the crust a little bit differently because it is one of those cheesecakes where the crust comes up the side. And I don't really like those because then it's like too much crust. I don't know, the crust is always the worst part, so why make it bigger than it has to be? And then up for the next video, it's going to be butter tarts. I'm doing all my Christmas baking, well, this and next week's video. Not next week, I'm not doing a baking video every week. That might be a little much, especially because I tank the views. That's fine. I'm not really here for views. Anyway, one after that, next baking video, 3 weeks after the next one, will be butter tarts. So look forward to that. But yeah, for you it'll be like 8 weeks from now. And for me it'll be 4 days from now. So we'll be making those after Christmas. But okay, so caramel topping is done. So I set this aside. And here we go. This is a cup of graham cracker crumbs. I'm not making the full crust recipe because again I don't want it to go up the sides, or at least only very minimally. The whole situation is kind of dire right now. Why is everything dirty when I want it to cook? And another little change from the recipe is that I'm not putting in as much sugar. No, sorry, that's angel food cake in the oven. It's smelling a little campfire in here because it definitely overflowed and burnt on the bottom of the pan. Okay, I'm having an issue today with pressing record when I want to be recording. Okay, anyway, I put less sugar in. I don't feel like sugar is really necessary in a crust. Here we are. And a third of a cup of finely ground almonds. Well, finely chopped almonds. I wouldn't say it's too finely chopped, but oh well. One of my brothers is kind of hit or miss on whether he likes nuts. So he might not be eating this crust. Too bad. I like them. So if you want something without nuts, you can damn well make it yourself. If he was allergic, I'd try harder. Okay, and not quite half a cup of melted butter. probably should have cut down on the butter a little bit more. Yeah, as I mix this up, it's too buttery. Okay. I don't know if I actually cut down on the butter at all. I might have gotten carried away. It's very buttery. Oh well. Butter makes things taste good. Okay. And pan. I think this is my 9-inch pan. Pretty sure. Probably could have checked better, but oh well. My God. It's had to put the angel food cake in low pans on its side, but they're like oozing out. Doesn't look good. Things look bad on the trifle front. There's definitely too much butter in this. Oh well. Actually, this might be a 10-inch pan. I didn't look very hard at my pan situation, but it looks like it's a very deep cheesecake, and I don't really like those as much. Those are harder to slice. Just bake it for a little bit less time, I guess. Actually, I should have my oven on right now so it has time for the smoke to clear out. I'm running out of places to set things aside. It's a little tricky to get the right angle on that. This is the best I can do. Could probably do better. This is the best I care to try enough to do. Why do I not have that tilted up? Okay. Right. 24 ounces of cream cheese, which is 3 packages. I feel like proper baking videos where people have the ingredients like measured out in advance are probably less obnoxiously noisy. But this is what we're doing here. This is not a professional show. I'm just making dessert for Christmas. The problem with Christmas dessert, though, is that you eat so much food that nobody really wants dessert. So it's like you're forcing yourself to eat it. But oh well. I'll take some home, give some to my parents, to my brothers, and that'll be that. The last time I made trifle was for Christmas, I think. I don't think it was last year. It must have been the year before. So, I work a job where I have to work Christmas Day, usually every second year. So, what are you doing? Well, Dingus is in here, but I can't put him on camera because I don't want to get cat food in Christmas dessert. Okay, that, and I think it's supposed to be a cup of sugar, but I'm going to cut it back to 3/4 of a cup. Yeah. I find that the best ratio is usually 1/4 cup per 8 ounces of cream cheese. Okay, I'm going to turn the volume off while I am mixing this because it's quite annoying, the noise. Right, scripting down the sides. And I don't know, it's supposed to be apple pie cheesecake, but there's not enough cinnamon in it, in my opinion. Now that I see that there's no cinnamon in the cheesecake batter, so I'm going to put some cinnamon in the cheesecake batter. Just because we need more cinnamon in our lives. We all do. Really, I could have like some cloves and stuff too, but I'm just gonna do cinnamon. Yeah, it's like glue. 3 packages of cream cheese is kind of difficult to work with. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I want some vanilla. How much vanilla? A teaspoon of vanilla. A little bit more vanilla. A teaspoon doesn't seem like a lot. That's closer to 2. Can't see what I'm doing. That's okay. You don't need to see what I'm doing. That's not the point. And that much cinnamon. That looks like much more than it actually is, so it's probably a little more than a teaspoon. Now, half a cup of sour cream. This happens to be a 250 ml package, so I'm just going to use half of it. Can't get the foil off. Oh my god. Okay. That was difficult. Okay, half of this. I love sour cream. I never have it because if I have it, I'll eat it, but I love it. And since I'm using half a package, that means I've got half a package of sour cream to eat. Baked potatoes, here I come. Nachos, here I come. Okay, it's not as good when you just eat it straight off the spoon. It's scraping time. I'm trying not to overmix this, but overmixing is kind of what I do. I should give it a taste test too, just to make sure it's all good. If there's any doubt. Okay. Hopefully nobody makes apple pie, because I definitely haven't told anybody about bringing it. Well, even if somebody does bring apple pie, I'm okay with that, because that means I'll have apple pie to eat too. What I need to remember to do is take a picture of a slice of it on Christmas Day, because I'm not going to slice into it until then. It is currently the 22nd. I don't know if I'm going home tomorrow or Christmas Eve. We are having a function at my sister-in-law's for Christmas Eve. Well, brother and sister-in-law. Tastes good. Now for eggs. It definitely says to pre-beat each egg. Maybe I'll do like a little bit of a job. One. Good enough. Now, here we go. What am I doing? Where's my hair? I don't know why everything is difficult today, but it just is. Definitely smells a little smoky in here from my little angel food cake incident. Things are really not looking promising in that prep. You can see it. You'll just have to wait for the next one. Stupid angel food cake. Okay. Now I want to pour half of this onto the crust. Is that half? It's always hard to figure out what is half from a bowl. Oh no, I forgot to grease the sides. Good enough. Maybe a little bit more. It doesn't seem like a very thick layer. Maybe a bit more. I'm supposed to use a slotted spoon for the apples to scrape out the liquid, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, P.S. This is the apples cooked down. Just put half. Oh, no. It might end up being a weird texture because I didn't strain off the liquid. But I don't want to get rid of brown sugar and butter, man. So basically, if it's fucked up, it's my fault and not the recipe's. Well, perhaps I chose an overly complicated recipe for my particular baking style. In fact, I did do that. Okay. We're going to call that half. Now, just make sure that I'm doing this right. Use a slotted spoon, screw you. Okay. About half. Pour the remaining cheesecake batter on the top. Like how cheesecake doesn't have to be hard, and then I proceed to make a hard cheesecake. Technically, it doesn't really have to be hard. If this was just a cheesecake part of this whole episode without the apples and crumble, that would have been quite easy. But it's Christmas, gotta go extra. I've got a really good Irish cream cheesecake recipe. But that means I have to buy Irish cream. Because I can't have Irish cream in my house or I'll drink it. And yeah, it's not really strictly necessary for me to have Irish cream in every coffee. So kind of better if I just don't have it. Okay. I think this is a 10-inch pan. I should check. The apples taste really good. Some of the edges too. I feel like if I was using a spoon, it might be easier to get it to the edges. I think this is going to be really good. Texture might be a bit weird because I think I also overcooked the apples a bit. And you know, it's not supposed to have all of this liquid sugar in it. And it's just going to make it more caramelly, right? Right? Just tell me I'm right. We will see if I regret it. It's going to be a couple days before I even know. Okay. They're not totally evenly distributed, but they're pretty close. I'm going to say close enough. Hopefully this stays a little bit crispy and doesn't just go all soggy. Sometimes that happens. almost done. What time did I start? I guess technically I started like an hour and a half ago. I did take a break and I made a separate cake in the meantime. Failed to make. I'll do a little spoiler preview for what my uh, angel food cake looks like. I'm making a cheesecake, but all I'm talking about is the angel food cake. Okay, I'm gonna pop that in the oven for 60 to 70 minutes at 325. Probably a little bit less because I'm pretty sure this is a 10-inch pan. Wait, is this supposed to be on top of anything? Place pan on a foil-lined baking pan and put on a center rack. Okay, I'm going to do that in a minute, but first, it said to put them on their sides. I need to tilt this up. Terrible reveal. Oh my god. Oh no. My angel food cake, it said to put it on its side. Yeah. so yeah. Anyway, gonna put this in the oven and I will be back. Well, surely it's done now. I've added more time twice. Yeah, looks like the outside's been mostly set and the inside's still jiggling like jello. So I'm gonna call that good, I guess. I'm just gonna turn the oven off and leave the door cracked. Oh, as I close it, leave it cracked to cool. And here it is all cooked. It looks promising. I've let it cool at room temperature for quite a while. Also, there's so much of the butter like seeped through. Yeah, so the bottom of the pan is like soaked in butter. So there's that. Gonna stick it in the fridge now, and yeah, hopefully things stay promising. All right, this is what it looks like plated. There's a little apple layer. Everybody really liked it. I kind of would like it if it had like half as much cheesecake and twice as much apple, but my mom said absolutely don't do that. I don't know. I wanted like extreme apple, but anyway, it turned out really well. I don't know if I'll make it again because it was so much work, but yeah, success.